Now, in recent years, US sports like American football and basketball have been prominent on our shores with the high-profile games at Wembley and the O2, but baseball, rather, is yet to make its mark in the same way. That is not to say it's not big here in the capital, as one team in particular has just begun their pre-season training. The Herts Baseball Club youth teams are in training for the Herts Little League season, also the national championships as well. To tell me about how pre-season's going and the aims for the forthcoming year, got a couple of people on the line who'll be crucial to the club's success. Aspie Dimitriov, who we've spoken to before on this programme, is the club's president, and also 14-year-old Johnny Compton-Waite, who'll be battling it out on the pitch. Evening, folks.
Hi, Nick.
Hi.
Let's say, Aspie, if you'd hold on a second, we'll start with Johnny, if we may. 14 years young, Johnny. Why do you play baseball as opposed to football, cricket, or anything else?
Well, I do play football, cricket and anything else. But, I enjoy baseball much more. It's more exciting, and I like the different aspects of the game, like the fielding and the batting.
I mean, how on earth were you presented with a baseball bat, and what age were you taught to play the game? And I would have thought, especially a summer sport, people would have tried to get you to play cricket.
I did start off playing cricket, but basically Herts came to my primary school and did a PE lesson, like a taster, and they handed out leaflets and said we were doing a summer camp, and I was in year 5, so I was 11 or 10, 11, and I thought I'd go along just to see how it was, and from then I just really enjoyed it. So.
And what do you have to be particularly good at? I mean, like, hitting, catching, running, and so on and so forth. But are there particular skills in baseball that set it apart from perhaps other sports, and because you had an affinity with them, you found it easier to play it, or how does it work?
Well, being a first baseman is one of the key things. Well, not all the time, but a lot of first basemen are right-handed, which means you throw with your left hand. So therefore, it's easier to catch the ball. So I've always been, from the start, I've always had that. So that's helpful.
Right.
And from the start, my catching of the ball's always been quite good. So that's always helpful because obviously you need to catch the ball to make the play. So. And
what about sort of places to play it and so on? Because I mean, I don't know whether I just go through London with the blinkers on, and around the M25 as well. But I don't know how many baseball pitches there are in this part of the world. Where do you get to play and practice?
Well, Herts have a good facilities now, and also Finsbury Park in North London.
Right.
That's good there. That's the home of the Mets. Yeah, that's really good facilities there.
And why do you think it hasn't really caught on in this country? I mean, you're playing it, obviously, and the game is played around London in particular. But obviously there's a huge interest in American football. There was the Super Bowl at the weekend, and they play ice hockey here now and the basketball at the O2. We don't hear so much about baseball in this country. Why do you think that might be?
It's quite quiet, really. There's not much but there's not many youth teams that play it, so I don't know. But it could be there's not much advertisement of baseball in England. Would you like to see a bit more of it, though, if they could publicise it a bit more? Yeah, that'd be much better.
And how many people play it at your school? Because, again, are you unusual in that you're a baseball player in your school?
I am quite unusual. There's three of us, one in the year above me and one in the year below me. Them two are brothers.
Right. Okay.
So, yeah.
And will there be facilities for you to be able to play it throughout your school career and afterwards as well? Or, will you be able to carry on playing into adulthood if you want to?
I'd hope so, but yeah, we're starting PE now. We're starting to do baseball a bit more and stuff. So yeah, it's becoming a bit more popular.
Brilliant. Well, Johnny, thanks ever so much for coming on and talking to us about baseball. The best of luck with your upcoming season, and thanks for joining us. That's 14-year-old Johnny Compton-Waite, who will be playing baseball this summer, certainly. Let's talk to Aspie Dimitriov, the club president, who we've spoken to before on this programme, actually, as well. But the Herts Baseball Youth Club team's getting ready for their new season. And Aspie, good evening to you.
Good evening, Nick.
Your recruitment's obviously doing a bang-up job, because there's Johnny saying, yep, that they came along, they put on a session for us in our PE lessons, and I've been playing ever since. Job done.
Yeah, we keep trying to kind of improve and do even better in terms of recruitment, and we're trying to spread the word a little bit because, as Johnny mentioned earlier, it's not marketed as well as other sports in previous years. So we're trying to make an improvement in that area, and once we bring the players to the ballpark, we find that they immediately catch the baseball bug and they stick with it. So the key is trying to bring the players down to the ballpark.
Aspie, if baseball came over here in a big, American baseball came over here in a big way, as American football has and basketball has, do you think that would provide you with the sort of publicity you need?
Well, I definitely think that that would have a very positive impact on the game here. It's likely to bring a lot more funding, a lot more will be put into baseball facilities. So definitely it would have a very, very positive effect. Plus, it would increase the exposure of the game because, as you mentioned earlier, it's not out there. It's not readily available. It was previously available on terrestrial television, but it's now moved to digital, to ESPN, which is still not bad. People still have good access to baseball. But if MLB, Major League Baseball, if they could expand into the UK market, then that would be a tremendous boost.
Any sign of that? Because they must look at seeing there's a penetration, if you like, of basketball and American football in this country.
Well, there were a few years ago. There was a kind of an exhibition event. I think it took place at the Oval cricket ground, where they had invited some of the big names in Major League Baseball, the big sluggers, like I think Sammy Sosa was one of them, and there were several others who attended, and they had a competition, a home run hitting competition between the baseball stars and cricket stars. I think Ian Botham was taking part in that. So they have tried to do an event similar to this, but there hasn't been an official MLB game taking place in London. There have been some discussions, some rumors at high levels of Major League Baseball that it would be coming to London very soon. But so far, nothing concrete. The only overseas places where MLB games have taken place are places like Japan, Mexico, Venezuela, and I think China as well. So hopefully London will be the next one on the list.
Great stuff, Aspie. Thanks ever so much for talking to us. We're going to have to leave it there, but good luck for the new baseball season. That is Aspie Dimitriov, the club president of the Herts Baseball Club, getting ready for the new campaign in the summer, if indeed the summer ever does arrive, of 2011. Good news from Copenhagen. England 2, Denmark 1. Ashley Young has scored a second goal for England. They've come from behind, and there are just over 20 minutes to go. England 2, Denmark 1.